are headed into Universal bright and early this morning to give you some tips on how to rope drop for early park admission.
So what early park admission is, they're going to let you into Islands of Adventure an hour early. So the park opens at 9, but if you have EPA, you can get in at 8 a.m. Typically they'll let you in at like 7:45 to 7:50, but basically you have to either stay on site or be a certain tier of an annual pass holder.
So when you're planning your day for early park admission, you want to make sure that you are waking up early enough to get to the parks literally an hour before they open for early park admission. So if early park admission's at 8, you want to be at the park at 7 o'clock ready to go. If you don't, you're going to be in the back of the crowds and it's going to be so tough for you to get on HAGRID'S, which is the main attraction at EPA. So while you're waiting in line, most important thing to do, have your pass ready, have your room key ready, and get your stuff ready to put in the locker. Because if you don't have that ready, you're gonna waste so much time once you get in there. So for your bags, if you decide to head to HAGRID'S first, you can have a 3-prong fanny pack on that ride, but you are not allowed to on the Velocicoaster. So you need to get your things ready to go to be able to put into the lockers as soon as you get into the parks. It's like really important to pick the right line, and I'm not sure that we did. We're about to find out.
We picked a fine line. So once you start standing in line, kind of like assess your situation. So for us, we're not that far back from the front. Like we're gonna giddy up to HAGRID'S, but as you can see, like it gets really crowded out here. And if you happen to be at the back of that line, you should probably just start with the Velocicoaster. 7:50.
They've officially started letting people in. I quite literally don't think anyone from our line has gotten in. Maybe 2 people. They're scanning in so slowly.
The floodgates have broken.
Picking the correct line is so important, but once you're in, Levi finally got in. Once you're in, make sure that you head in and go to the right towards Seuss Landing. Because if you go towards Superhero Island and Hulk, you're not gonna be able to be let in for early park admission, and you're gonna waste so much time.
My left index finger is ambiguous, I guess. So if I plan on committing any future crimes, I'm definitely using my left index finger. They'll never find me.
Once you get into Seuss Landing, make sure you have everything ready so that you can show them your hotel room key or your annual pass so you can get in quickly through Seuss Landing checkpoint. All right, that was crazy. It says it's a 45-minute wait from here. We'll see how that goes. It's 8 o'clock.
I may believe it.
Everyone ran here. They didn't even have the entrance open to cut through to Velocicoaster, which is pretty crazy. So we made it in to the HAGRID'S queue. One thing that I will say is make sure that you have the correct fanny pack. It has to have 3 prongs and it has to be small enough that you aren't like inhibiting your restraints. So we just saw someone get turned away.
Yeah, do not have it around your neck or anything like that either. They will send you back.
They'll send you back and you're wasting so much time. So it's 8:10 and we're almost on it. We got in that line at 8 o'clock and it said 45 minutes. And by the time we got off the ride, it was 8:20. We actually boarded the motorcycle at 8:15. And now that it's 8:25, the line is an 85-minute wait. So definitely rope drop this like as soon as you get here. You got to be ready. You have to have all your stuff ready for your lockers and you'll have a really good ride. It's super fun. But our next tip is to head to the Velocicoaster as soon as you get off HAGRID'S. So let's head to Jurassic Park. So it turns out the reason the Velocicoaster entrance was blocked off is because it's delayed. So our next tip was going to be go ride the Velocicoaster next. So if it's open, definitely do that because it's a great time to hit up the Velocicoaster. It's not going to be as long of a wait as like HAGRID'S, but it's going to be like, you know, 15-20 minute wait and you'll be able to get in your 2 big rides as soon as the park opens, probably before I would say like 8:40, which is so great. But unfortunately we can't do that right now because Velocicoaster is closed. So moving on to what we would do after the Velocicoaster if it were open.
So after you've done your rides in the morning, HAGRID'S and the Velocicoaster, we recommend you come back to Hogsmeade, kind of take advantage of the smaller crowds. You can enjoy Hogwarts, cast spells, you can ride the Forbidden Journey or the Hippogriff. But really this is going to be the least amount of people in the parks for the rest of the day. So take advantage of that.
So after you've enjoyed Hogsmeade, you've casted some spells, hung out, maybe gone to the Ollivander's Wand Show, you can definitely go in and eat at the Three Broomsticks right now. This is a great time to go.
Yeah, probably the best time, obviously before everyone else gets in here. We have about 20 minutes. We're gonna get our food, sit down, and enjoy the vibes in Three Broomsticks.
Yeah, let's go. I feel like a toddler.
So these chairs are meant for toddlers. I mean, I'm literally 10 inches off the ground here.
I think they're meant for toddlers to stand in. I literally see a 3-year-old standing right now. So we got the traditional American breakfast, which comes with scrambled eggs, sausage links, bacon, and a croissant. The croissant's always really good. And then we got some frozen butterbeer because of course we did. Levi has a hot take. He does not want the cream that's in the frozen butterbeer.
It's not that I don't want the cream. I don't want the cream mixed into my meat and potatoes. Like, the frozen butterbeer is all you need. It's delicious.
The cream is so good though.
Yeah, sweet enough. No cream. Is the cream good? Yes. Does it need to be mixed in? No, absolutely not. So, it's currently 8:55. The park is still not even open to everyone. And HAGRID'S is 120 minutes. So if you don't get in and get it early, you're still going to wait a significant amount of time.
It's really not worth it.
It's probably not worth it. It's also so high because the Velocicoaster is closed. So typically I think people will ride HAGRID'S and then go ride the Velocicoaster. But if the Velocicoaster is closed, then it can't eat people up. So people either get back in line or the line just gets longer.
You're in a full squat.
I mean, come on. So it's officially 9:07 and EPA is over.
It's pretty crowded here in the parks now. HAGRID'S is up to over 120 minutes, I think.
Ridiculous.
So it's pretty absurd. EPA is definitely the way to go. Highly suggest that. Make sure you get here early and know what you're doing when you get here.
For sure. If you wake up and just suffer it out in the morning, do what you need to do, then you'll definitely get HAGRID'S done, and then you don't have to worry about it for the rest of your trip.
So thank you guys so much for watching. We hope this helped you in some way. Make sure you give it a thumbs up, and we will see you in the next one.